Hello, everybody. How are you all doing? It's St. Patrick's Day. It will be on Sunday. Hope everybody's doing okay. Yes, I am in my leprechaun gear. This is what I normally wear. And yeah, welcome to the show. This is the Pub Shed chat section of the show, the Chat Shit Shed. And I've got a bunch of guests with me today. Don't forget, if you are listening or watching this on YouTube or Spotify, doing the other thing, try the other way around. So if you are watching on YouTube, go and listen on Spotify. You got loads of great music. And if you are listening on Spotify, then go and look at YouTube, because we've got like all the extra unedited bits and stuff like that as well. So we've got a bunch of guests today for a number of reasons, but it is St. Patrick's Day, sort of like special, and obviously it's one of the best times to have a pub shed when it's St. Patrick's Day, because it's the day that seems to celebrate everything a bit boozy. So let's bring in then our first resident Sheddie of the day. He's here again. It's Dave. Ashmore Arms. How you doing, Dave? All good?
Doldy day.
Good to see you.
Yeah, nice to see you too.
Hold on, there's your applause. Sorry, your applause was slightly delayed there. There we go. I can see you've gone a bit St. Patrick's Day in there as well. I'm guessing you've got your Guinness at the ready for the weekend.
I've decorated.
Yes, very good.
It's on the bar, ready for it.
Very good. Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, just a busy one. Sorted a few things out, whatnot, watching the rugby and actually having a few Guinnesses as well. So
good stuff. Enjoy putting your feet up as well. Last week when the ladies were on.
Yeah, that was a nice break, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Yeah.
I've had to put her out now. I was like, look, this is my show now. She's begging me, can I do it? Can I do it? It's like, no, you're out now.
You're gonna be out of a job.
You get to do your normal Tuesday nights, whatever you're doing. I says, we're back at it now. So
So let's bring in our next Sheddie. Who should we go for first? Well, since we talked about our sort of, ladies takeover, let's bring her in then. It's Judge Peggy. How are you doing, Peggy?
Hi. You okay?
Yes, good, thank you. Is this the first time you've joined us for the quiz? Oh, well, you kind of did it when you did the Upside Down episode, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. First time I've been on YouTube as well.
Hey, hello. Hello, YouTube, everybody. This is Judge Peggy. You probably hear us talking about her on different episodes and stuff, but here she is, Judge Peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you doing? Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, bit of a quiet one. Did a bit of shopping, usual Formula One, bit of a snooze fest, wasn't it, in the end? But yeah.
Is that 2 weeks? Is that 2 weekends in a row? Because I know Scott Shed 62 said he said it were a bit boring the first weekend. Was this weekend kind of the same?
Yeah, pretty much. Exact replica of the previous weekend. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah,
it's boring.
It's what? Sorry.
It's Formula One. It's always going to be boring now.
Oh no, it's not always. I did fall out of love with it for a bit, but I've got back into it now. But yeah, it's a mid-tier, guys. That's what makes it exciting, and then you got the bottom tier as well. But it's just Red Bull, hands down, just going to win everything. So a bit like the Schumacher era.
Well, let's bring in. So we've got one judge. Let's bring in the other judge. They're both off duty today. It's Judge Pat. How are you doing, Pat?
Hello. How are you?
Yes, good, thank you. Everything all right with you?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Yeah, you?
Apart from your cough and your sniffles.
Still got me cough. Yeah, that's going to be the 100-day cough. Yeah. But I'll be all right. Bit of cough medicine. I'll be all right.
Get up to much at weekend. Oh, sorry.
Pat, I heard if you rub a leprechaun the right way, it makes you feel better.
He died. I've tried it. Well, he's above me, so I'll give it a try in a minute. Hang on, where are we?
Get your hands up.
Felt his lung there. Hang on.
Yeah. So, did you get up to much at weekend?
Pretty much the same as Dave, actually. Yeah, it was a rugby weekend, and what a weekend it was. Stopped the Irish getting the Grand Slam, and Italy got their first game. So, yeah, it was a good weekend. Plenty of Guinness. Yeah, I think that sorted me right out.
Excellent, good stuff. And let's bring in our final guest, our final resident Sheddie of the day. And it's his first time on the Well, he's been on the Ale and Audio podcast before, but it's certainly his first time joining us on the actual quiz section of the show, and I know he's looking forward to it. It's Speno of the Spencer Arms. How are you doing, Speno?
All right, mate. How are you?
Yes.
How you all? You're all right? Changed to light green now as well.
Yeah. I see. We've where we can. We've tried to go a bit Irish, haven't we? There we go.
Okay.
Well, yes. Did you have a good weekend, Speno? Was it all right?
Absolutely fantastic, mate. Yeah, obviously on Saturday we met up with some Sheddies and some beer lovers. Went out in town in Leicester and went to the classroom, hung around there. A few of us nipped off to the Tun, and then me and Dan, Dan craft beer man or craft beer lad. It's hard to say that. We went back to the Tap and Barrel. I took him back to the Tap and Barrel and introduced him to all them bad boys and girls up there, and I think he had a great time. Yeah, he was brilliant. Yeah,
there was a
good out trying to connect to the internet.
Well, there was a good bunch of you out, weren't there? There was obviously Crafty Craig, Andros, like I said, Dan the craft beer man, yourself.
Yeah.
So was there anyone else ever missed any? Dave, you was maybe going to go, but you didn't make it out in the end, did you, Dave?
Yeah, I was on a maybe. I took Ava swimming, and by the time I got back, I had to do a number of things around the house. It was time to watch the rugby, so
yeah. Well, there we go. So, but you all had good weekends. That's the main thing. Now, what about me? What did I do? Well, Sheffield Wednesday lost, so that started my weekend off. What else did I do? I'm sure there's something I did, and I forgot.
Grow a beard.
I'm forgetting. Yeah, I grew this beard. Yeah, I worked on that over this weekend. I'm sure I did something. I think I had a couple of shed. I had a shed night. I had a couple of shed nights. The boxing. Watch the boxing.
Boxing
Yeah.
Friday, wasn't it?
That was.
that was quick, wasn't it? Second round.
I'm glad it was because I was ready for bed. It was very late, weren't it?
It was, yeah.
So very early by the time it started, if anything. Now the reason that one of the reasons I've got you all on. Is because we've got a giveaway taking place at the minute, and I'll put it on screen for people. But we've got the Neepsend Brew Co giveaway competition. You've got 5 different beers there. We've got a Neeper, a London Porter, a DDH Pale, a Session IPA, and also a 5 Hop Pale. Jan had one of them on last week's show, the Minerva. And now this giveaway runs till Sunday, so people listening on Sunday or the weekend before, obviously the weekend of St. Patrick's Day, and St. Patrick's Day, bang on 12 midnight. So you've got until the end of the day, Sunday, pretty much to enter it. You can win, up to you win 5 beers and you'll win a Ale and Audio t-shirt if you're picked out. And obviously it's only open to UK listeners, this particular competition because of the beer. But we will do another sort of t-shirt giveaway as well at some point. Now, I've distributed some of these beers to yourselves because I thought what we could do is try and drink them over the series of a few episodes. And then I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's get everybody on who's got one of these beers and we'll just drink them all at the same time. So I've got a mini little quiz to start us off because I don't know if you know, but I'll tell you about Neepsend Brew Co. They are based obviously in Sheffield. Their sort of bread and butter has really been mainly cask over quite a lot of years. They supply my local pub as well. But they have, over the last, particularly since COVID and maybe before that as well, just before that, they've really sort of stretched out into the sort of craft beer scene as well. And they do some amazingly good beers. And I think they're quite underrated as well as a brewery. And I know, Dave, we had one of their beers. Oh, that was loud. Did amazing there, Pat.
Was that me? Sorry.
I think that was you, Pat. Never mind.
I think he sneezed.
Dave, but we had one of the Neepsend beers. When we did our sort of Sheffield Worcester sauce against the Enderson's Relish. Obviously, I can forget Enderson's Relish against Worcester sauce battle, and we had Worcester beer and we had a Sheffield beer, and that was Arcanum. So you've all got a different one now. Now, a little game. All of these beers are based on Greek and Roman mythology. Or based on different mythology. All the names for their beers all come from that kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out the name of one of these things, or not the name, but read out the description of these things, and I want you to shout to me if you think you've got that beer. All right? Yeah, you might have just to shout. Yeah, I know Dave's got his buzzer, but right, okay. First one then. Okay. So this beer is a Roman god born from a rock who killed a bull. Who reckons they've got that beer? A Roman god born from a rock and killed a bull.
Me. Is it called
Speno.
Mithras?
Yeah.
Is it Mithras?
Mithras,
That's
yes.
like- sounds like myth and it's a load of ass.
There you go. I'm not sure that's the theory behind it. I think it's just a very good guess, but you're spot on with that one. So there you go. That's yours, Speno. Tell us about what you're drinking, Speno.
Is it actually called Mithras? Is that how it's pronounced?
I believe so. I'd say Mithras. Mithras. But it might be Mithras. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
I think it's just like how I pronounce things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I've got the London Porter at 5% ABV, and do you know what? Just by cracking it open, I can smell like chocolate, quite prominent, really. So and yeah, for a porter, that's quite chocolatey. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for gifting it me, and thank you for bringing me on the show to drink it with you.
No
Cheers.
worries. The next one then is described as a mythical lake monster. Who reckons they've got that one? A mythical lake monster.
Should I say me? Because no one else is answering.
What have you got? What's yours called?
Alkis or Alcis? How would you say it?
Alcis, yeah. That? I think I've always said Alkis, but now you said Alcis, it might be
Alcis,
that.
Yeah.
But if it's Greek, would they go Alkis, maybe? Actually, it's not yourself, Peggy.
Okay.
It's me, you know.
No, it's not you either, Pat. No.
It's the one who's not
Dave.
listening.
Dave.
No.
It's I go. What did you think it was?
I was going to say I go Pogo.
I go Pogo, yeah. So it's a mythical lake monster. And what have you got, Dave? Tell us about what you're drinking then.
I mean, you've done me on it. A good one here, isn't you? A 7% New England IPA. Not only my favourite style of beer, the fact that it's so juicy and absolutely dank as anything.
It's good, isn't it?
It's thick. That is a thick bad boy. I like that. Tuesday night, 7%. What's going to go wrong? What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Brilliant.
Nothing at all.
So yeah, that's the and I think that's one of the more recent ones that they've released. The next one then is a pair of young brother gods. Who reckons they've got that one?
Pat.
That's me.
Pat, you're wrong.
I'm going to be right next time.
Is it mine?
Yes, it's yours. It's Alkis or Alcis, Peggy, and you've got one of their core beer. So this is one of their core beers, and I've had this quite a few times. It's a really good one. That it's a top seller with them. But yeah, what you thinking of it? A session IPA?
Yeah, session IPA. That's probably why it's a top seller. It's 4.2%, so it's it's very easy to drink. Citra, Mosaic, two of the favourite hops as well. That's very popular. Yeah, it's nice. It reminds me a bit of Sonoma, actually. But the trouble is, because this can was distributed a lot of times to do the can challenge, it's kind of lost its fizz a bit. I think it's been shaken up that many times that it's kind of lost its it's very bit flat now.
How has, I mean, I know you can't say much, but how has the can challenge gone?
It's gone really well, actually. Yeah, like I said, this can's been used quite a few times. I can't say too much because obviously we've got Speno now, who's part of the cast master. He's joined.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing to worry about. My can actually exploded on Saturday when we went to the Tap and Barrel with it, and it got flipped around and ended up. Oh, your can's exploded. It got dropped on the floor, and but yeah, that was fun. Yeah, you got nothing to worry about.
Just to remind people then about the Cask Master Challenge. So now Speno has joined the Cask Master challenge. He's joined the contestants. Sadly, Reg has had to pull out, but Speno's joined now. So how are you feeling about that then, Speno?
Well, to start off with, I was like, I'll do it. No problem at all. I'll just take one. Of course I will. You've asked, I'll do it. But then it all dawned on me and it came, and then I had all these internet issues and problems, and it just seemed like everything went wrong from there on. And I had quite had quite a moment of stress, if you know what I mean about it. But it's settled down a bit now. And you know, it is what it is. What it is, you know.
It's fun. It's a bit of fun.
Yeah,
and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see the first episode of Castmaster, which I think's due out around the 20th of March, isn't it? I think.
Yes, I think they're recording on the Monday, and then I think it's out on the Wednesday. So yeah, but yeah. Well, Mark tried to recruit Dave. He even actually, I believe, said that said to Dave, Judge Peggy will give you a 10 if you do the video for me.
Excuse me.
It's fine. I had to turn down because I was bought in other places.
I know. There's quite a few people that were as well, but yeah, we got a big enough team. It's all right.
You wouldn't accept bribes, would you, Pat?
Never. Never. I give my own brother 4s, so I ain't going to accept bribes off Dave.
I think for me as well, coming at it in it, not having experienced what it's all about, and there were some rules and some little ways that it should be done. I think what stressed me out more is I thought, it sounds as if I've got to go against my kindness and my morals and be a bit devious. And I thought, I don't know. I like to play fair. I can't help it. But
not in that game, mate.
No, I know.
Second place.
Yeah, but I may not be as good at the can, but the others I'm not sure. I might be probably hoping to be better at them. But we'll see. We'll see.
We will see.
This is lovely, by the way. This is really, really nice. It's because it's got a really nice sort of like malty, chocolatey sort of roasty flavour, but it's also hoppy as well. It's really lovely. Really
yeah,
lovely.
Good stuff. So that's Speno is enjoying the London Porter, the Mythos. I think we decided what it is, or Mithras or something. We'll get there. The other one then. Okay, so Roman goddess of wisdom, justice, and victory. Who could that be?
Goddess.
Yeah. You think that's you, Pat?
Yeah, God. It's got to be me at some point.
It's not Pat. You're wrong again, Pat.
Oh God!
No, that was the one that Jan had last week, which was a 5-hopped pale, and that's Minerva. That one was called, and I actually drank that as Jan was hosting the show last week, and Jan was drinking it at the same time. That is really good. I mean, quite a big hop sort of like profile in that one. Lot of flavors coming at you, but also like quite light at the same time. So not really thick, but quite a sort of light one with quite a lot of flavor going on. Really enjoyed that. The last one then, Pat.
It's me.
It's got to be you this time. So Alfito is again. It is a mythical female. It's not a god though. It's a Greek ghost.
Ooh.
So it's a ghost, a bit like a female version of the bogeyman. And apparently in the long time ago, they used to tell stories of Alfito to children to make them behave and stuff like that. Alfito.
Yeah, we've all done them sort of stories, haven't we? To be fair.
Yeah.
I used to threaten my lad with Argos. I said, if you don't behave yourself, I'm sending you back to Argos. Worked a treat.
Janie tells me a load of like false stories just to try and make me behave myself.
And it's never worked, has it?
No.
Pat, so yours is a DDH pale, which has been my go-to style, I'd say, over the last sort of year or so.
Yeah.
How are you finding it?
It's very nice, and it's more style as well. Have you done this deliberately? Have you kind of like given these out to what we might like or prefer?
I tried to, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's right up my street. It's a 4.7, not quite as strong as Dave's, but it's a nice little can actually. Not like a little label on there rather than a print.
I'm guessing it's quite. I'm guessing it's quite thick as well. That's why I like DDHs, because it's like you get a bit of the thickness of what you'd get in a dipper. But without the alcoholic strength, don't you?
Yeah, and I like it when he gets you down here as well. When he gets you down there, it's a nice little dry. It's nice, very nice. Thank you.
Very good stuff. Now, I was going to go for that one, Pat, with that being my style, but I realised I'd accidentally taken it out of the fridge when I was doing some photographs and then not put it back in the fridge. So the only one I had in the fridge was the same one as Dave's, and I wasn't trying to go this strong on a Tuesday night, so I've ended up going for the I Go Pogo, which sounds more like a car. But yeah, I agree, Dave. It's very good, isn't it?
It's dank, isn't it? Do you know what one thing I'm glad about is I've not got work at 4:30 tomorrow morning. Like we planned this.
No, very good. So yeah, there we go. So Neepsend, though, go check them out. And obviously, if you've not entered the giveaway already, go and do that before Sunday, the end of Sunday. You just need to do the old liking and sharing and following and all that kind of thing. But big thanks to Neepsend Brew Co for providing these beers. And yeah, go check them out as well. I know that they sell sort of like big packs and stuff like that on the website. So go check it out and see what you can get. And even, look in your own local sort of like bottle shops as well. Depending on where you are, I think they do have a fairly decent reach. So you might be able to get their beers like in places like Derbyshire, maybe even sort of like, Nottinghamshire and places like that. So yeah, have a look in your bottle shop and look out for them. They've got quite a sort of like distinctive labels. This sort of familiar sort of two blend kind of like colour styles on the cans. So yeah, go have a look for that. And like I said, the competition ends midnight on Sunday. So the end of the day, Sunday, basically, you've got till. So yeah.
Jimbo, is the bridge a local landmark?
Yeah, so you've probably been over that bridge.
I was going to say, I recognise that. Yeah, we've had our photo on that bridge, haven't we?
I think it could, whether it's that bridge or not. There's quite a few bridges around there. So the reason they call the whole area Neepsend and also Kelham Island is because there's lots of like, there's obviously a main river that runs through it, but then there's also like lots of man-made like little streams and stuff like that, which were used to like power the machinery that made tools and so on. Back in the day, so that's kind of why they call it Kelham Island. And yeah, there's lots of like different like bridges down there and stuff. So, and yeah, I think that's one of them. But yeah, there we go. Good stuff. So, should we have a game now? Now we've done the beer stuff. Should we start playing? Should we start playing some games?
Come on, let's do it. Let's do this.
At least I got one right tonight.
Here we go. It's the Big Pub Shed Pub Quiz with your host, Jimbo. Your contestants, Dave of the Hardy Arms in Leicester, Peggy of the Ashmore Arms in Manchester. I didn't think about this in advance and how difficult it was going to be. Pat of the Patriot Lockdown Bar in Northampton, and Speno of the Spencer Arms in Leicester as well. There we go. So, yes, we've got some great games today, some great questions. Now, I'm going to put you into teams. It makes sense to put you into teams. Now, I've decided there's a couple of reasons for these teams. They're fairly obvious, but let's put our two judges together, shall we? Let's get our two judges paired up. And then let's put Dave and Speno together, seeing as they're in Leicester together. So, there we go. Those are your teams. So I think most of the questions are multiple choice, but we do have, we've got an estimation question as well. And the first one actually is a buzz-in question. So Dave, we know you've got your buzzer. Everybody else will have to shout something. What are you going to shout?
Drink.
Beck.
Beer.
Jen.
What? Doesn't Captain Jack Sparrow have a catchphrase?
Oh,
sure
God,
does.
you know what? I did think about bringing the hat down here tonight. I should have done, really, but I've just not had the time to practice his accent, but I will, and I will bring that here.
What did you say? Say mega pint.
Mega pint.
I'm sure Captain Jack Sparrow has got a catchphrase. What's his catchphrase?
He's a bit camp as well, isn't he? Can be really camp and that.
Savvy.
I'm a pirate.
Peggy, what are you going to shout?
I'll shout Pink Gin, but I was going to try and get Bully to work, actually, if I can.
Is that a real bully?
Yeah, it is.
What, did you go on there, or like, is that an eBay job?
No, it's an original one.
Oh my God.
How did you get Bully?
How?
Yeah.
Mark's brother. Mark's
Was he
brother
on-
had it.
Was
This
he
is an
on
actual
Bullseye?
one. No, he wasn't. I don't know how he's got it, but yeah, they're worth a fortune. These. And
He-
they're
he-
just trying to dash it.
He
It's not
robbed Jimbo.
working.
He robbed Jim Bowen's house.
He got his
It's not
BFH as well.
Not what you could have won.
I'll try and get you one. If not, I'll shout pink gin.
So,
Have you got a speedboat round the back as well?
I got a little minute. Got mini.
I mean, seriously, what was all that about? Like, you've won a speedboat or like...
Yeah.
Or caravan.
Caravan.
That'd be great for us in the Midlands, wouldn't it? A nice speedboat right in the middle of a landlocked county.
100 mile away to the
Especially
nearest
with all the
river.
speed humps. There wouldn't be no good over the speed humps, would there?
Stupid thing.
I've actually got a really, really tacky bullseye sign that goes next to the dartboard.
I wonder where that was going.
Janie said, when I ordered this tacky bullseye sign, she said, that ain't going up in the cabin. Well, anyway, it's over there in the cabin.
So there's a exclusive there. Speno's got a tacky bullseye.
I don't know how. I'm just like.
Stop it now.
No, it's never tacky. It's always really well groomed and cleaned.
So it is time for your first question then. Your first question is about to be put up on screen. And like we said, it's a buzzer question. So we know we've got your buzzers at the ready. Peggy's bully was working. I don't know if it still is or if it's too intermittent, but just shout out what you want.
I will. Pink gin.
Pink gin for Peggy. We know Dave's got his buzzer. Speno, what are you going to shout?
Was I shouting Sabe?
Yeah, good for that. That's fine. And what about Pat? Hold on. Sorry, Pat, you're on mute. I'll put you back on.
Sorry, because I was coughing mine off. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go for drink. Drink.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
So-
Father Jack.
Here's your question then, okay? Eyes at the ready. Which Welsh social media celebrity has been involved in a very public dispute saga with his local brewery this past week?
Oh.
And it was on BBC News. And we have mentioned this person before on this show.
See, I have a big problem here because I don't watch news and I don't watch telly.
But he's someone you might have seen though, Speno, because I mean I've given away his gender there. That's give a bit of a clue.
I heard someone was one of the royal family got in trouble for something to do with a drink of some description.
Oh, I don't know about that. I know there's been all sorts of Photoshop news and stuff recently. So, Speno, you may have seen this person because obviously he's a bit of I wouldn't say he's a beer blogger, but he's a bit of a kind of blogger, and that's how he sort of started, sort of thing. And we've definitely mentioned him before. And Dave, you would have interest in this particular person as well. In fact, Dave, you have ordered beers from this brewery. Which I know doesn't help, Dave.
I was going to say that narrows it down, doesn't it?
The local brewing, but it's not
Welsh. Somebody Welsh.
But not a Welsh brewery, though, is it? You're not really.
It is actually a Welsh brewery, yeah.
Oh, so right now I've ordered beers from there.
Tiny Rebel.
Tiny Rebel, Polly's,
Polly,
Purple Moose.
But I've not ordered beers from there.
I'll give you a clue. It's to do with a particular Welsh football club. Your buzzer didn't really work then, did it, Dave? But I know you went for your buzzer. Well, I can hear it now. What are you going for? What are you going for?
Well, it's going to be one of two people.
Yeah.
And I forgot the other guy's name. Oh, no, wait, hold a second.
And we're saying, don't forget, we're saying social media celebrity.
I mean, I was going to say one of the two, but I'm going to social media celebrity Rob McElhenney.
No, I'm not giving any points for this one. No one's going to get it. Is it? It's not particularly easy, but you may have seen him before. We have mentioned him quite a few times, and I know Joe at the Brew Club Hull is trying to get him on the show for Desert Island Beers, but It's bootlegger.
Bootlegger.
Oh, sorry, wrong button. There we go. Yes, it's bootlegger. So then, do you know who bootlegger is now? I've put him up.
I know who he
No.
is now. Yeah.
So basically, I
Wait,
think
I thought I had
he's.
it
Have you got one of his beers? Yeah, that's it. He's got a beer with his face. So, I'll tell you the story about bootlegger then. So I think he got famous through, like those fans that go to football grounds and film themselves in the crowd and like kind of do a bit of a review of the game sort of thing. Yeah, there he is, bootlegger. Yeah, that's him. So basically, what happened is he got quite famous on social media for his Wrexham videos, I think it was. And one of them was because the ball, a goal went in, but it went out of the side netting, and the referee gave a goal kick. So he's in the crowd going, it went in, and he's, and he got a lot of following from that. And then he kind of does these little sort of like face to camera videos, and he's got these little sayings and stuff, and he's a really funny guy on social media. And then Wrexham Lager a few years ago picked up on it, and they decided to collaborate with him and make their own beer with him on the label, bootlegger beer, because he was really popular at that particular time. And this is sort of like pre-COVID sort of time. Now, Wrexham Lager are kind of quite a well-established brand. In fact, I think there's a story about them. They had a beer on the Titanic. They're so old,
Yeah.
and it's one of the oldest beers around. Wrexham Lager, and they actually had a beer on the Titanic. One of their beers were on the Titanic and so on. So they were quite well known and quite well established, but probably not as well known amongst younger people, And so I think Bootlegger kind of brought their brand out a little bit. And then since then, obviously, you've had the takeover of Wrexham Football Club, which has seen, the sponsorship and the link between the football club and the beer kind of grow their brand past that now, if that makes sense. And Bootlegger was claiming that he hadn't been paid for a long time for the collaboration that he's done with him. So he basically went down to the brewery with his camera and his phone, having a bit of a go, going around the offices and saying to people, I've not been paid and all that kind of thing. And it's become a bit of a dispute where he's been updating, and then somebody's been from the brewery, one of the executives been and sort of tried to sort it out. And it's quite, if you get a chance to go and watch it, it's quite a funny watch in a way, but it's also at the same time not been nice for Bootlegger or probably the brewery either. But yeah, go and check it out. And I think their future relationship is in doubt at the minute from what I've seen. But it's quite an interesting story if you go and follow it. So yeah, there we go. No points there for anybody. So no points at all. But the next question is multiple choice, so you'll all have a chance to choose from an answer. You can go for the same answers if you want, or you can go for different answers. Okay. So here we go. No buzzing in required. Next question is this one. Beer production at 4 breweries owned by which of these beer producers was halted last week following a cyber attack? It's either Heineken, I always struggle to say this one, Ashai, or Duvel. So beer production was halted at one of those breweries because of a big cyber attack. It was in the news, but which brewery was it? So let's go. Let's go, Peggy and Pat first. You can communicate and talk to each other, and
Well, I've got an idea. So you tell me yours first, because I've got a rough idea. So if it's the same as yours, then we'll go with it.
I think it's Acai. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Acai, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure either, but I think so.
I think
okay. What makes you think now? Is it you've heard it in the news this week or recently?
No, but I just know that they're always on the City training kits and sponsor City, and obviously they got money, and I just thought maybe they attack them just because of that.
I've got Heineken in the back of my head, but I will go with whatever you want to go with. I think it's a split decision, so and I'm not 100% sure, so it's toss of a coin.
No, I'm not. I just went with that reason.
Should we go with Heineken?
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah,
we're going to say Heineken then. In that case, let's go for it.
Okay, Heineken. Dave and Speno, you can communicate and decide which answer you're going to go for.
Well, like I say, I struggle with quizzes like this because I don't watch tele or the news or anything like that. But looking at it, I'd probably cyber attack Heineken to stop them producing every single European beer available to man. I think I've heard they're taking over Peroni soon or something. I don't know. It's a little rumor I've heard. But yeah, I'd probably go Heineken, to be fair. What do you reckon, Dave?
Yeah, I was going to say that just because it's the biggest one. Personally, I would just say it's the biggest one out of them three. And you're always going to attack the one that's got the most money.
Yeah. Sorry, Heineken, but you are taking over so much. You're big now.
I will say about all them that a lot of them have other brands underneath them, don't they? So like Heineken, I know, is that Beavertown? Obviously, you've got your Moretti and all that kind of stuff as well. Ashai, who obviously they are like the sponsor of Man City as well, aren't they? I think, is that right? Yeah. Peggy will know that. But I think they've got other brands underneath them as well. I can't remember which one. I'm sure they've just maybe bought somebody out. Is it? Or is it, have they shut down Meantime? I think they had Meantime under them, didn't they? But I don't know if they have now in the process of closing down or something, maybe. And then obviously you've got Devel, and they've got quite a few other things underneath them as well. Is it like Le Chouf and stuff like that too? So there's like a lot of sort of things springed off them and all that kind of thing. So we've got Pat and Peggy who've gone for Acai.
No,
and then we've got
Heineken.
Oh, you did go for Heineken in the end. So everybody's gone Heineken, okay. So has anybody got the right answer then? Nah, you're all wrong. Because the answer was actually Duvel.
Oh, wow.
There we go. So yeah, Duvel, they had to stop production of their beers in 4 different breweries, it were, because of this cyber attack. So there we go. Who'd have thought a cyber attack could stop the production of beer? Nobody's safe. Nobody is safe. Just when we thought it's okay for the cyber attack, we'll go and drink beer. Well, think again.
But when it's because of everything's so automated now as well, isn't it? Like with some of the big breweries, it's like it's all computer automated. It's quite fascinating when you get right into it. Well, from what I've seen, from when I went to the St. Ives brewery tour, that was fascinating. That was. Imagine
that. You know, Dave orders his Shiny Crush as being a cyber attack. And actually what happens is it ends up being a Carlin Nitro packaged as Shiny Crush. Absolute nightmare for Dave.
But we had one recently where I work, and I can't say too much about it, but we had one very, very recently at work, and it meant I couldn't listen to Island Audio for about 2-3 weeks because we had no internet until they built it all back up again. Yeah, because I listen at work.
That's the same excuse everybody else gives as well. So I'm not falling for that one.
That's what's happening to me. The internet's been terrible. It drives you mad. It's the most frustrating thing in the world, especially when you're doing something like this and you know you've got a really good connection and it's just outside is stopping it from happening. Anyway.
Who'd have thought, you know, we're so reliant on it these days. So there we go. Right, next question then. Okay, another multiple choice. Here we go. Suffolk Brewery, Nethergate, has released what this week? So it's either a beer you're supposed to drink hot, a white stout, or a Cadbury's Froggo Porter. So let's go to Speno and Dave.
Oh, my God. Well, the way that beers are being produced these days, they're all wild and crazy and you know, the ideas behind them are just outrageous. So a beer you're supposed to drink hot? I mean, this Guinness that I'm drinking has not been in the fridge at all. It's been in here. Now, I've got quite a red face. I've got the heater on in here. So that's probably at about 12 or 13 degrees. I like drinking beer of that, a little bit warmer. I'd probably say a beer you're supposed to drink hot.
A beer you're supposed to drink hot. Dave, would you agree with that?
No.
No, Speno, you idiot.
Guinness goes in the fridge. No. So it's cold enough to keep Guinness outside. But the only reason why I'm going to say what I'm going to say is because of the way it's spelt. And a Cadbury's Froggo. Because we all know that's not how you spell Cadbury's.
I know.
So have they done a twist on the name? Because obviously a lot of breweries bring out these beers, you know, and they put just a little twist on the name just to get around licensing laws. So, Speno, don't trust me on this one, but it could just be Jimbo spelling.
And it also says Cadbury's as well.
That's it. I did have to quickly Google
berries. Yeah.
Cadbury. I was like, Cadbury. I know, I'm sure he's got a U in Cadbury's. So I had a quick look at Cadbury. Yeah, I was like, yeah. So maybe let's try a Cadbury's Froggo.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
do you know what, Dave?
Yeah, go on then.
Do you know what, Dave? I am absolutely astounded. That is such an intelligent answer. I'm amazed. I'm like,
too long.
Should we give him a point? Should we give him a point just for that?
I would, even if we lost to. I mean, that's amazing. I've never. Who's Dave? That's not Dave.
This is not Dave.
And the thing is as well, when you think about it, like some of the Audi beers are a twist on the names of some of the branded beers, isn't there? So I'd say that's a really good way to find the right answer. I'll
just not said anything and just gone Cadbury's Froggo.
That's where you've kind of fell down a bit, because now, Peg, what are we going to go with?
Well, you know what? I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, what the hell is a Froggo?
What?
Whoa! What do you mean?
Whoa! You aren't joking. Little frog, little chocolate frog.
No, they're called Freddos.
Yeah,
that's what
Fred. Yeah,
Yeah, but that's what he means.
Yeah,
that's what-
so I think that's wrong. I think it's a white stout. I think for that reason it's wrong.
No, but what Dave is saying
I know.
is Dave is saying that he thinks the brewery don't want to copy for copyright reasons, so they've gone for something alternative.
But I think that's your twisted mind doing that just to put Dave off.
I don't think he's that clever.
So a take on Cadbury's Freddy then is a Cadbury's Froggo.
I think you're right thinking that though, Peggy. That maybe I've got you're right to think I may have got a twisted mind and I might be trying to trip you up. But am I? That is the question. Am I?
I know. Well, we're not going to go for the same one, are we, Pat? So I'd go for a white stout, because what beer would you want to drink warm? I wouldn't. I'm bloody bored.
I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to drink a beer hot, but like I just think stouts and if you drink, I mean, I like a cold Guinness. Don't get me wrong; it's crushable, smashable. But if you want to really get the flavors out of Guinness, just let it warm up a little bit, Dave. Trust me on that one.
I'll take your word for it. I'll put it on top.
Go with you then, Peg. Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, it's your turn. I got it wrong last time.
Yeah. We'll just be different. We'll go white stout.
White stout. Okay, right. So let's try and find out what our answer is then. Dave and Speno have gone for a Cadbury's Froggo Porter, which is the beer that this brewery, Nevergate in Suffolk, have released this week. But Pat and Peggy are going for a white stout. Has anybody got it right?
Which I'd love, but I think it's impossible. Ooh.
Somebody has got it right. Okay. So it's definitely, it's not a beer you're supposed to drink hot. So well done, Dave, for not going with Speno's answer.
Whoever gets right we should try and get hold of this said beer. And then those two need to try it.
Yeah.
So who's got it right then? Let's find out. It's Pat and Peggy.
Hey, get in there. Well done.
Well done.
Nice out.
That's it. We'll try and get hold of it. So, yeah, it's a stout with a pale appearance. It's also enriched with the infusion of vanilla pods and cocoa nibs, adding silky vanilla notes and subtle hints of chocolate. Speno is foaming at the mouth as we speak.
I'd love that. I would love that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
I wouldn't mind a chocolate Freddo porter, though, really, if I'm honest with you.
Completely made up. Sorry.
I'll take it all back, Dave. What a stupid answer that was.
What mine? The hot one.
No, Dave's.
I think Dave's was a good answer.
Then there's your name for you.
I've got to get some of that. That looks really nice. I could just, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Just don't drink it hot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like cold beers. I like nice cold beers. But just when it comes to stout, I just don't like them ice cold. Although Janie's been saying, no, I like them cold. And then by the time you've drank through an 11% stout, it's warmed up anyway, and you're getting all the flavours. That's why she's my stout queen now.
There we go. I think we've all finished as Neepsend beers now, haven't we?
Yes.
So
We're all on something a little bit Irish.
Yeah, we've all gone a bit. Well, I mean, I haven't because I've not got my Irish stock yet. But I think quite a fair few of you have gone Irish now, haven't you? Peggy,
Yeah.
you're all a baby Guinness.
A baby Guinness, yeah, because I'm not a big. I do drink Guinness, but I'm not going to open a whole can because Mark will shout.
Hey,
And, yeah.
What you actually mean is that's a pint for Jimbo.
Here you go, Jimbo.
Funny that, Jimbo.
Pat, what have you got?
I've just got a Guinness, mate. I'm on a Guinness.
Yes.
In my lucky England glass. And where's the rose?
Excellent.
There you go.
Good stuff. Speno, what you on now?
Yeah, I'm on the Penguin, look. So I've had the Guinness as well.
He's doing his nitro surge as well. Excellent. Good to see. Have you perfected your technique?
Yeah, of course I have. Yeah. Well, probably not when we were here. I just like do it somewhat, but yeah, there is a technique to it, and when it's done right, it's a brilliant gadget. Really is good.
Good stuff, Dave. I mean, silly question, but I'm guessing you've headed on to the Guinness as well.
We're on the good stuff. We put theirs on top of theirs.
I know, and you know what? I feel really left out now that I haven't got a Guinness. I've not had a chance to go and get myself. I'm definitely getting something for weekend. I've decorated in here. I'm all good to go. Yeah, pass it over. Yeah. So I've decided to have another one of the Neepsend beers. I've gone for the Alkis that you've just been drinking, Peggy.
Good one, that.
Yeah, and after a big thick Neeper, it's gone down really well, this one. So yeah, very nice. Okay, next question then. So here we go. It's another multiple choice. Okay, we all like dogs in the pub shed community, don't we? Or most people do. Pub shed pets and all that kind of thing. We've got an animal pet based question now. So here we go. Multiple choice. You can all choose an answer. It's this one.
Aww.
Why was this dog in the news last week? Eva, and we've got for YouTube viewers, we've got a picture on screen. So Eva, this dog stopped over £30,000 of brewing equipment from being stolen, or it sold out a bar event in Bristol after the owners posted online that Snoop Dogg was making a guest appearance, and it turned out to be this dog. Or it escaped the family home and took itself off to the pub. Which of those three is it? Let's go back to. I think we're going Pat and Peggy first this time.
I want all three to be true.
Well, Wilson's escaped before.
Did he go down the pub?
But, he just went to Taylor Tavern.
I honestly don't know where he went, but Mark and Reg are in the bar, and I thought he was in here. Anyway, they'd left the gate open, so he got out. We found him. He was only across the road in the end, not at the Taylor Tavern, but he probably did try and go over there. And then I thought, right, I'll take him for a walk now. Anyway, I took him for a walk, and then this bloke went, he's found his owner. And I was like, I beg your pardon. He's like, he was up here roaming up and down the street. I was like, you little shit, we're going back home now. So I don't know if he could take himself to the pub. Well, yeah, he probably could. He does like a beer. So
No, nobody would be that stupid to think Snoop Dogg was going to turn up to a pub in Bristol, would they?
No, and to
he does adverts for Just Eat though, and car insurance and stuff these days, don't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they won't want to make you go to the event just because he was there. You know.
See, he could have barked if somebody was breaking in, possibly.
But yeah, it does 30,000 of brewing equipment. I mean, if you look at that dog, that's not going to scare you, is it? If it's barking, you just go. To be quite honest, it looks a bit soft. I don't think it would scare you that much to stop you from stealing 30,000 worth of equipment. So,
so should we go with a more feasible third answer then? As your dog did exactly the same thing.
Pretty much, apart from he didn't take himself off to the pub. But I think if he.
Well, how do you know? He was gone for hours. How do you know? You said you didn't know where he was.
No, we still don't know.
Did he have a little white frothy moustache where he'd been on the Guinness?
Oh, yeah, he does. He actually poured himself a Guinness once, put it on the wall. And then Wilson, he found just like this perfect nose print in his Guinness. The top. Oh, dear. So, yeah, I think we should go for, C. Yeah.
Go with C.
Yeah.
Okay, so so Peggy and Pat have gone for the answer where the dog escaped and took itself to the pub. Speno, Dave, what you reckon?
Well,
I want to say.
Go on, Dave.
I was going to suggest the stopping of stealing of equipment because it doesn't matter how cute and how small a dog is, they've got a big dog. And I've got 2 small dogs. And I can guarantee you, if anybody knocks on my door, you think the Rottweilers. You won't want to nick out from my house, and then these 2 little sausage dogs just come peeping out and just want to lick your foot or something. So just by the sound of things, good.
So anyone that's listening with Dave's address, they're only small dogs.
Yeah. You can steal all his brewing equipment, everything.
He's got a pint, so you can take his pint.
I took them to vets on Monday, and they got weighed, and one of them weighs 4.8 kilos. I've got beer that's heavier than them. My Fuss Club boxes come heavier than a dog sometimes.
Dave, your Fuss Club boxes are heavier than me.
I've still got one here that's unopened.
What's in Dave's box? A load of Fuss Club beer. Well, I would looking at that now. I've never owned a dog, but like obviously I've got to find dogs to be really nice from going to the Tap and Barrel, and also from relations having dogs and that. Now that dog, for me, if you turned up to steal £30,000 worth of brewing equipment, you go with a little bit more than a Nissan Micra, wouldn't you? So you'd have a bit of a truck and a couple of sausage in there for the dog. So I reckon I personally don't think it's that. All I know is a lot of the people that go to the pub with the dog says that they try and walk past the pub and the dog pulls them because they know where the pub is. So. And I've not got a dog, but that's just what every dog owner says to me. If they just want to go for a walk and they happen to just go past the pub, their local pub. Sorry, I didn't mean to keep quoting the Tap, but like, it pulls them in. So I reckon
is that the actual dog as well? That's the actual dog.
The actual dog. Yeah. Sorry. I'm thought you meant the dogs that are pulling them in. That is the real dog,
No. Yeah. I think what Pat might be trying to say is it really the dog that's trying to pull in the pub? Is that just an excuse? Is that right? Or is it just an excuse? It was a dog that took me in the pub. It wasn't anything to do with it. I was just walking. It's what Dave says every week. I was just walking.
I mean, that is an excuse that you tell. I think that's what you tell. That's the excuse you'd use. But from the actual real chat, they've said it generally does pull them into the pub.
See, it's Dave's buggy that does that. It's got a dodgy wheel. When he goes to the down the pub, it just goes like that, and he goes left straight into the doorway, like last weekend.
Is that right, Dave?
The best thing about taking Ava to the pub is the fact that the girl behind the bar, Abba, she loves her, and she just goes off. It's like I get a pint and the babysitter all in one.
And a crash. Yeah.
And then no one else can get served. Dave sat there with his beer, but no one can get served because
I have to be served. I have to serve him. Abby will go to bed. I'm looking after your kid. You can pour a pint. I don't. And she gets paid for it.
So, Speno, Dave, you need to decide on a final answer.
Go with Speno's because I chose a crap one last time.
Well, no, I think I chose the crap one, to be fair, mate. I think I did.
No, I chose Cadbury's Froggo.
Sounded better than the hot beer, to be fair. I just went for that one because it was just out the obvious. Go on then. Shall we go for the it escaped the family home and took itself to the pub?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so you've all said the same answer then. It escaped the family home and took itself to the pub. Thing is, you all would love the right answer to be the middle answer, wouldn't you? The one about people turning up to a bar because there was a guest Snoop Dogg advertised, and they turned up and it was a dog. You all want it to be that answer, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I know someone that's got a dog called Snoop.
Exactly.
And I've never had a sold out. There's never been 1 million people or anything come down to the pub because of Snoop.
But people, I think what the story is that people didn't know it wasn't the real Snoop Dogg.
So you would put, if that was called Snoop, you would put Snoop the dog, wouldn't you? Not Snoop Dogg.
Spelling error.
As well.
So you'd all love it to
But
be
then-
that one, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But people have done that, in there. They've sort of done a Facebook party, like party around my house, and then everybody's shared it, and then like hundreds of people turn up at someone's sort of terraced house in the middle of Ayleston or something.
Exactly.
Is it like that episode of Only Fools and Horses where they think the seance is a band? And it's actually a seance.
But nobody went for this answer that you all want it to be.
Oh, no. It is that,
It's
isn't
not-
it?
Nah, it's not that answer.
Hey.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
The dog did escape the family home, and the dog took itself to the pub. Apparently, it's not the first time it was done it, but its dog sitter at the time wasn't to know that. So they had a dog sitter. The dog escaped. They were looking for it for 2 hours, and they found it in the local pub munching crisps with the regulars. And it's that well known to other regulars. It's just a pub dog. It just goes in there and yeah.
And what's she doing for work now?
Isn't she?
Lap dog.
So this is your last.
To be fair, that dog did look pissed. It did, didn't it? See, its eyes are like, that was like me last weekend.
Pissed off because its owner turned up.
Yeah.
Peggy, before we put the last question up, have you been keeping score?
Yeah, no, I'm not. Peggy has.
I think it's 2-1 to myself and Pat.
Yeah.
Oh, 2-1 to Pat and Peggy. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Last question then. Before we move on to something else and play a couple of little quick other games, including a brand new game as well. So you're all the first people to take part in a new game. Okay. But the last question is an estimation question. Okay. We like these. Here we go. Andy will be gutted he's not here. He loves his estimation questions. Right. Here we go. A German university has conducted a study of how many different words there are that Brits use to describe getting drunk. How many words did the study conclude that there are? So we all should we have a few? Speno,
Drunk,
let's start with you.
wank- Oh,
Yeah, go on, Speno.
can I swear? Can I swear?
You
just did.
Yeah.
I know, I did, didn't I? Yeah.
I mean, we've had
Can I-
Jan
can I
on.
read-
so maybe we can get-
Go around like a circle then. Do one at a
What if
time.
I
Like
was-
if you're on the wheel.
Yeah. Speno, give us two words for being drunk, please.
Wankered.
Yep.
Well, I want to go somewhere a bit out the ordinary. Like you got loads. You so wankered and arseholed.
There we go. Let's go, Pat.
Arsed and pissed.
Oh, you can use mine. Shit-faced. Twatted.
Oh, Peggy just swore.
I know. Don't say fuck or bugger, remember?
Does it have to be a single word, or just like is it like a phrase?
I think it's a phrase. A phrase is fine.
Yeah. See, my kind of one that I always say is steamboated. Don't know where I got it from, but I get absolutely steamboated.
Yeah.
Or
Sheddie.
Other than
Mullered.
the one that's already been said. Yeah, mullered. Yeah.
Mullered,
mullered,
fucked,
Yeah. absolutely.
wankered, blah, blah, blah.
Got another one,
Peggy,
Dave?
Did you just say shedded?
Yeah, it's a new one.
That's one, isn't it? Shedded.
I bet this study didn't get. I bet this study didn't include that, did it?
No.
You got smashed as well. I always use the word smashed.
Totaled.
Yeah.
Bladdered.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
Off me tits.
Well,
Yeah.
this study
Rocker.
also found that car parked was one. Absolutely
Car
car parked.
Oh, I'm absolutely Carlin Nitroed.
I'm fucking rammed.
Over.
Blottoed.
Blottoed, yeah.
There's
Yeah.
loads. But the question is,
How
what
many?
did this study find? How many different words do Brits use? And I think the study found that compared to the other stuff, because they did studies of other countries as well. I think we're quite far in the lead for words that we use for drunk. So yeah. So let's go. I think we're going Speno, aren't we? And Dave for the first answer.
Speno, I'd go
It
into
doesn't-
the easily like 1,000 with this one because
Yeah.
you think you've got from Scotland down to Cornwall. they're going to have a different
Yeah.
language.
Your
different words.
regionals, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I
Couple
agree
of
with you
thousand
there.
at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
Couple of thousand at least.
Couple of yeah. Go on then. Yeah, 2,000 then. Yeah, right on the money,
2,000.
right on the nose. 2,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Hammered.
Pat.
That's another one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
So
a
you-
lot.
So you said 2,000?
That's a
Don't
lot.
go
Yeah.
2001.
That is a lot.
Yeah,
I
Should
know.
we go?
We'll
Should we
go
go 1,999?
There's a lot of piss
You
heads
know
from
you would do.
north to south.
See, I'd go definitely high hundreds.
Yeah.
I'd have probably gone about. I mean, we could be really cheeky, couldn't we? But I was thinking about 800-900, something like that.
I don't
Or are
even
you
think
thinking
that many.
really?
I don't think that many.
Honestly, right? Where I work, our company's owned by a Newcastle company, right?
Yeah.
And the difference in language is unbelievable. I don't understand a word. With the things they say that I would use down here, it's quite rude. They use it for like things like money and, honestly. But it's up to you. I mean, I'd go. Should we go 700?
Okay, 700. I don't think it's that many, but I think it's.
What would you go with? What would you go with? Just average.
I'd probably go with about 253.
Oof.
200.
Should we meet in the middle?
Specific.
Should we meet in the middle?
Meet in the middle? No,
Yeah.
we'll go with 700 because it's still lower, isn't it?
Yeah,
So-
go on then. Yeah.
That was a good theory, though. Meeting in the middle, a good idea, weren't it? But yeah. Okay. So we're looking for how many different words there are. This German university conducted a study, and they did it across Europe with the look of it. And I mean, rather random study. I mean, come on. Is that important? I don't know, but but anyway,
You're going to educate the world on this one.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, all the things they could be studying towards. But no, let's find out how many words there are.
Let's,
that people use.
let's study a cure for cancer or COVID-19. Nah, fuck that.
No.
How many words did this study conclude? So we've got Speno and Dave going for 2,000, and then we've got Peggy and Pat going for 700. So a bit of a difference between them there. Okay, I can tell you that the person or the people that are closest are Pat and Peggy.
Whoa! That's a shocker.
We should have met in the middle.
I would say, yeah, if you met in the middle, you'd have been pretty much spot on. 546 altogether,
That's
which
low.
is. You think it's low,
I'm
but
going to
it's
search them words so I can use them.
it's the highest in Europe, apparently. So yeah,
Wow.
there we go.
So if you're watching or
Well, not that
listening to
high.
this, right, can you just send all your regional suggestions to Jimbo in a
He'll
in a
compile
private
them all
message?
together, and he'll do his own studies.
Yes, send them through. I think we've
Send
done this.
them.
We've kind of looked at this subject before, but it's been a while ago. So let's get your own words in. Like the car parked and is a new one I've learned from this particular news story. So yeah, there we go. Get in touch. Let me know what your own words for getting drunk, plastered, leathered, all that kind of thing. So there we go. Okay, right. It's time for this, which has been really, really bugging people. And you know what? I have got a new pub shed sound, but I'm tempted because it's been bugging people so much not to bring the new sound in yet. So Glory old Kev sent me a new sound, but I'm tempted not to actually bring it in until we get this one. So I might not reveal it. I've changed my mind. I think I'm going to keep it going. So are we ready to listen to last week's sound as a bit of a reminder?
Go
Okay.
for it.
Yep.
Here we go then. This is last week's sound. And once again, I'll play it again. So that was last week's sound. So what is that sound?
Is it
No.
is it something going into a bin, one of them flappy bins?
It's not.
Right.
We had that a few weeks ago, though, Pat.
That's been done. I think.
Do we?
Yeah, we've done that one. Yeah, we've done that one.
That's obviously when he wasn't listening to the show when the internet was down at his work.
Yeah, honestly, it was the worst 3 weeks of my life.
It sounds like a bit of like a guillotine doing the paper cut, but why would you have one of them in a pub shed?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah,
It's almost
a lava lamp in a pub shed.
uh,
Have a guillotine in there. Have a lava lamp. Have a guillotine.
It sounds almost like someone's made a bit of a drop-down drawer, and it drops down. Then they go in, slide something out of it, and then put the drawer back up.
Jimmy, don't do it again. Do it again. Come on, one more time.
I'm going to do it again, right? There's been some guests come in. Some people have said, "Is it?" I know Peggy, you made a guest today, but we had K52 MPD said, "Is it changing?" I think he said, "Is it changing a record on a record player?" And then he came back saying, "Is it changing a barrel like on the Perfect Draft?" It's none of those things. What were your guess, Peggy?
Mine was a drip tray where you pull it out and then you like tap it, empty it,
Sniff
and
it.
slot it back in, because it sounded a bit like that with like the bit of the metal-y sort of thing. That's all. I'm trying to think what's in your pub shed. I'm thinking it's very small. So how could you change a barrel?
I will say that this is something that most people, the majority of people, I would say 90 to 95% of people have this in their shed.
Right, I've got it.
That would make this noise as part of the process. So have another listen, okay? Have another listen and see if you can work it out, okay?
So there's a bottle there, isn't there? There's a bottle involved. There's definitely a bottle involved.
It is.
An optic. Is it putting the
Can I
optic
try
on a new bottle?
What? Sorry. What was that, Peggy?
I said putting an optic on a new bottle.
Correct. Well done.
Oh wow!
That's it. Correct. Yeah, it's changing the optic. I mean, Cammy at the K52, he'll be gutted he didn't say pink gin. Changing the pink gin. What was you going to say, Speno?
Well, I was going to say, like, it was opening the ice drawer in a fridge and taking some ice out, like, because I'm not really like that posh yet to have an actual proper beer fridge. But yeah, when you open the ice drawer, drag the ice out, something like that. But no, well done, Peggy. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I'll play it again. Have a listen, and you can hear these, because you get like a spring, don't you? It's like a spring-loaded thing, isn't it? At the top, where you have to like pull the spring up and then put the bottle on. So have another listen, and you'll hear it.
You can even hear the bottle as well. That's brilliant.
I could definitely hear the bottle, yeah.
So there we go.
Help me out there, though, by saying something similar, and then that's what made me think, right.
Peg, teamwork. It's teamwork.
So well done,
that is. I'll try and get the fireworks out of here.
I mean, Pat and Peggy have ran away with the quiz, but the new game that we've got is going to be all fair game again. So to see who can win out of that. But anyway, right, I'm gonna now play the new pub shed sound. So you're gonna hear it a couple of times, and then in the uncut version, people can listen. You lot can discuss what you think it is, but the listeners will have a week to decide what they think it is for themselves. So here we go. Here is the new pub shed sound, and I can say that this wasn't my pub shed sound. It was sent to me by Kev at the Glory Hole. What is this pub shed sound? You're going to hear it twice. And again.
It's a fucking didgeridoo in it.
I'd like to stipulate that pub shed sound is not in everybody's pub shed, but there certainly will be some that do have it. So there we go. Leave it there. Listeners, have a guess what you think it is. But in the meantime, you lot on our own competition, what do you reckon that was?
Something that vibrates.
So this is Kev.
Yeah, Kev at the Glory Hole.
He's got a hole in his bar.
Vibrating.
Peggy knows.
Yeah. I have no
Steve-
shame.
I'm joking. If I'm honest with you, it's either going to be a blade machine, submachine, or a perfect draft machine. That's what I think.
Do you know what?
Like closely mic'd up, because the perfect draft machine, when it does kick in, it does that motor does like.
My first thoughts would be a fan.
Yeah,
Like a fan, a blowing fan.
Yeah.
Pat, you are in the right area. As
Right.
in you've got, but I need more specifics than that.
Hasn't he got a heater in the top of like a proper heater and aircon unit in the bar? So is it
Yeah.
aircon unit?
A massive bar, yeah.
That's a definite fan, motorized fan, 100%. Yeah.
The thing is, I put an air conditioning unit in here like through the summer because I thought, oh my god, it gets so hot in here, and just left it running all the while. It's only a cheap one; it's not very economical, but yeah, to hear it, you'd have to be mic that sort of deep sound. You've got to be mic right close to it. That's quite good.
I think that's exactly what he's done. Right up to the motorized fan.
Yeah.
Well, we shall leave it there and let everyone else at home. But that's a fair bit of discussion going on there. Pat, you're not far off, but we do need the specifics. There we go. Okay.
So this is the
We're just
uncut.
having some Guinness AMSR right now.
Is this the uncut version? You say, Jimbo?
It is the uncut version.
You can
I'll
fucking
be back
swear
in a couple of. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. I've got Pub Shed sound coming any second. Hopefully the mic and everything will stay connected. I'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Where's he with?
What, right now?
What are we doing? We had a break.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'll be back in a second. I've just got a Pub Shed sound.
He's going to record it live now so that everyone knows when it's played on the podcast next week.
Pat looks like he's drinking a white Guinness.
I know, look at that. It's massive.
That's what they all say.
What's that Pub Shed sound?
That looks good, Pat, that.
That's amazing, isn't it? See, look. Who needs a machine to do that, baby? Look. And that's what helped us
Jan
win
might be able to
last
say
weekend.
what that Pub Shed sound was. God, how strong is this Guinness? Bloody hell, sorry.
It's only 4.1%, unfortunately. Mate, has anybody tried the Guinness from Tesco's, the Nigerian version of it?
Is it the one in the bottle?
Mate. Yeah.
7.2%.
Yes, but you've got to get, because now there's the export stout, which is brewed in Ireland, but then there's the Nigerian one that's brewed in Nigeria. That uses sorghum, and that's like crazy.
Do you know, right, they actually drink more Guinness than the Irish?
And I'll give
you...
Speno, I'll give you another little lesson as well. If you ever watched Inside the Factory a couple of weeks ago,
I did,
the Guinness one. The Nigerian Guinness, 7.2%, is the way that every single Guinness starts from.
Yeah.
So it's that. They brew it at 7.2%, sell that to Nigeria, and then they water it all down to make that.
But it is watered down in a very specific way because, like, Steve Gilsonen, who is like the head of quality control, I asked him about it, and he was like, "It don't just get watered down. Most breweries brew beers stronger, and then because some of the German beers says like original 11.5%, and then it's like dialed down to about 5 or 6% or whatever." So yeah, he told me how sort of roughly how they do it, but I can't think what it's called. High liquor brewing or something. I can't look because otherwise I'll crash my phone. But
apparently, brewed in Ireland by Guinness. Apparently, there is actually a brewery in Birmingham that brew Guinness. Apparently, so what we drink isn't coming from Ireland. It comes from Birmingham.
No. Well, they'll need so many breweries, won't they? They'll probably save money in exporting it and stuff
this
as
is
well.
Why they always say Guinness doesn't travel very well.
But mine says Dublin on mine.
Yeah,
you have got the address.
Yeah, we'll send them a letter.
Right, are we ready?
Yeah, go on then.
Here we go.
Got a pub shed in my garden and a bottle shop in my town. I love the craft and perfect draft and a 2-for-1 discount. So when it comes to beer, I need a deal that'll keep the prices at a steal. So I'm calling up Martin Brewis.
Okay, so yes, Martin Brewis time. So we've got some deals for you to share with you. And I think we'll start with some Irish ones, with some St. Patrick's Day ones. Dave, you sent me through a few, didn't you?
Yep. So I just having a little browse on the old Tesco's, and so use your club card price, and Jameson's litre bottle, 28 quid. Smaller bottles are not on offer, just the litre bottles. But of course, you're going to want a litre of it, aren't you? So
very good. Yes. So
I don't really drink whiskey, so whatever. For you whiskey lovers out there.
There you go. If you want to get some Irish whiskey in for St. Patrick's Day, that's one to go for. But then something a bit more familiar to the beer lovers, Dave.
Yeah, the Forged Irish Stout, which I would say comes second best to Guinness for me, and I've got some in the fridge. So if you go to Asda, they do 2 packs for £10, but it is like a mix and match. So you could get 4 stouts and then 4 something else. So they've got like a big range. So if you go on the website, click on the little red thing where it says "View All Here" on the 2 for £10, and it'll tell you what you can get in that offer.
There we go. So a couple of and there's one more, isn't there? One more St. Patrick's Day one as well.
One that I've taken up myself.
Yeah.
12 cans of Guinness, 12 quid.
Have you not been doing enough meditating to get it off Amazon?
No, do you know what? I'm only a few coins away from me £10 voucher, but I can spend it quite a few places. So I should be this weekend picking up a 12-pack of Guinness off that. I just put 2 quid towards it. I'll do that. I'll give him 2 quid. But yeah, that's the 3 Irish ones.
So that's the Guinness. The last one was your club card, weren't it, for the Guinness Day?
Yeah, you have to use your club card again for that one to get 12 quid.
So 12 quid, and you get 12 Guinness. It's 12. Well, it's a quid a can, isn't it? Quid a can for.
That's massive. We can all do.
Exactly.
That's really good.
So yeah, make sure you check that. I mean, I will be doing this for. I mean, I don't generally have lots of Guinness in here. I'm looking forward to it this weekend. I've got the. I think last time it was St. Patrick's Day. It was away or it was a Wednesday match or something like that. But this weekend, I'm looking forward to spending St. Patrick's Day in the pub shed. I've got the physics machine, so I'm gonna, rather than do the nitro surge stuff, I'm gonna put it through there because Speno does a good job.
It works
Speno?
Really well. It really does work really well. Yeah. The only thing I made the mistake of, but then Andy Dunn has a tip, doesn't it, to pack it up on a couple of beer mats, because you just got to be careful you don't run out of beer because the physics will then and bomb it. But
know when to
yeah,
stop.
the old beer mats.
It's know when to stop with the physics, and it know when to stop pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brilliant though. Brilliant.
Did you say
a little Martin Brewis tip on the nitro surges? They're actually 7.5 quid for a 4-pack as well.
Oh, there we go.
And that's where they should be. And that's where they should be at.
Yeah.
Because they went up to about 8.25, didn't they? And I thought, what's going on? 7.50. Bang on.
There's a couple more deals outside of St. Patrick's Day, though. I spotted this. Now, I don't know if it's a good deal or not, but it might be worth some people considering it. So I saw this flash up on my phone. So, Dave, you've got a pinter. You can get pretty much it sounds like a sort of like free pinter in a sense, or you get a £1 pinter plus a year of beer through pinter. So basically, it's like their subscription service. So for $34.99 a month, you can join their subscription service, but you get your pinter as part of that, rather than paying separately for your pinter. So this is like the home brew device. I think you've had a couple of goes at it, haven't you, Dave?
And do you know what? It's not turned out too bad. I was saying to H the other day, actually, I need to pick up a few more pints of beers because being at home and stuff quite a lot now with Ava and stuff, it's quite different to nice to have like something that you've done yourself, sat on the bar. And they do a good variety of stout. I think they do a stout on there as well, actually. So maybe that's worth, might give that one a go.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, how much does a pack of beer cost in general on this? Do you know how much it costs, Dave?
I think it varies from about 18, from about 14, 15 quid up to about 20 odd quid, because I know what they've done. They've done a couple of collabs with breweries, and they're the ones that tend to be a little bit more expensive because obviously it's a known branded beer, where like their own branded ones is just like a stout, like a cider or a pale ale. Tastes just like, tastes decent still. It's just that it's not got the brand name to it. Because I know they did one with Yeasty Boys, couple of like last year, another brewery as well. I can't remember which. I remember brewing them, myself. But yeah, so they're not. It's not expensive, and you get 10 pints out of it. So even if the most expensive ones are about 20 quid for 10 pints of beer, and you get a bit of a laugh whilst doing it as well.
Exactly, yeah. You get to brew your own beer, isn't it? That's the fun of it. There's another thing though, Dave. Seven Brothers, I've noticed, have been doing a bit of a thing recently. So Seven Brothers Brewery, there's like a 20% off your first order thing called, and if you use the code Join the Family, so that's Seven Brothers. Check out them. But Dave also got a bit of a St. Patrick's Day thing, haven't they, Dave?
Yeah, they sent me an email as well. Have you got the picture? Because
I didn't have time to put it in. But it's...
Hold on. Let me get it up. That's what she said. So yeah, they're doing like a St. Paddy's Day bundle. There's 4 Hell's Lagers, 4 session beers, 4 juicy IPAs, 4 easy IPAs, 4 throwaway IPAs, and 4 honeycomb pale ales. It doesn't tell me the price of it, but you get 30% off if you buy that as a bundle. So.
Excellent. I mean, I don't know for sure if the welcome to Seven Brothers code would work as well. It probably wouldn't, but it's worth a trying it, Dave.
I think we should try this one. Even just set up a new account, buy the St. Paddy's Day bundle, and then add that on just to see if it works.
Exactly. So it could be one of those deals. And I know a few people have done things like that in the past. Like I remember Matt at the Canary and Cockerel did a bit of a combination deal once. I can't remember which brewery it was with. It might be North or something, but they got like loads of beer for quite a small amount of money, really. So that's worth checking out as well.
A couple of weeks ago, we mentioned about Northern Monk doing free delivery on your first order.
Yeah,
I ordered 1 can of beer. It was like 3 quid or like 3 or 4 quid for like 1 can. It turned up in a box, way bigger than 1 beer, with just loads of packing in it. I thought I must have been that idiot. They've gone, look at this idiot. He's bought 1 can of beer.
Wait till you message him. Can we do a beer tasting for Dickhead's Pub Shed TV? Absolutely not.
You're only gonna want 1 can. Yeah, 1 can, 2 straws.
And the last one to put up for this is I spotted that Wild Child Brewing have also got 20% off some of their stock as well while that lasts. So Wild Child, I know that some of their beers are kind of recently new in supermarkets as well, but worth having a check, doing a bit of price comparisons, and see if you can get it cheaper directly from the brewery in some cases. So yeah, there you go. Okay, it's now time for this guy.
Hello everyone, I compare without compare, and here at the Ale and Audio Pub Shed tonight, I'd like to introduce Atten Sheddie Mercury.
So yes, it's Sheddie Mercury time. We've got a song. Today's songs are green, white, and orange theme songs, obviously to go with our Irish sort of St. Patrick's Day thing that's coming up. That's the sort of colours of the flag. So we've gone with green, white, and orange theme songs. So this song is going to be something to do with that. And it's a song that's going to be in today's show at some point, whether it's earlier on, later on in the mega mix. You're going to hear this song today, or maybe have heard this song today already. But what is the song? So here we go. Take it away, Sheddie Mercury.
You
So there's a few people nodding before I put their mics back up. There's a few people in the, in the few of the contestants are nodding away, thinking they think they know what it is. As we always do, we always play it twice, so the listeners get another bite at it first. So here we go once again. What's this song? I'm going to ask Dave first, because Dave's the one that normally doesn't get this right, and it's probably when it comes to music taste, and also maybe I apologise to everybody here, but also age, me included. Dave's younger than me too. He's the one that's less likely to get it right, I think. Dave, any ideas?
I ain't got a fucking clue.
I
spent the last 2 minutes just pondering life to myself, thinking, "What the fuck am I using?"
I do think though, Speno, Pat, and Peggy have all got it right. So should we let Speno say, because it's his first time on the quiz?
Yeah.
Speno, what you reckon?
I'm not sure what version, but it could be Tom Jones, The Green Grass of Home.
Well done, Speno. Absolutely spot on.
Come on, get
Well
the
done.
fireworks.
Yay!
It's not
And it
St.
was-
David's Day.
And it was great to have Sheddie Mercury back as well. Really enjoyed that.
Did you not
Okay.
like his
Every
replacement, Jimbo?
Sorry?
Did you not like Sheddie Mercury's replacement last week?
I
Dua
did
Lipa?
like Sheddie Mercury's replay. Dua
Better.
Lipa, and I've already suggested that we need to have the first ever duet as well. Dua Lipa and Sheddie
you do-
Mercury need to
Can I do
duet.
Can I do a request
Yes.
for that?
Well, you can't tell us, otherwise we'll know what it is.
Well,
You'll have to do it off air.
I'll tell you what, I'll let Peggy know, because
Well-
then when it's that week, I can be the host of that one.
Okay, it's fine. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to do a pause because I need a wee. So you can ask Peggy what that is right now. There we go.
I need a
do
wee as well.
well.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so it's time for a new game.
Yay! And the mastering.
Okay, yes. So it's time for a new game. It's called The Masked Drinker. Now, in this game, we are going to identify a celebrity drinker. We're not going for drinkers in the community because obviously we kind of do that already with Through the Glory Hole and so on. So we thought this is going to be about celebrities, and there are obviously all sorts of different beer names and things like that out there. So we thought we'd give each here's the game. Here's how it's going to work. So you've got to guess the celebrity drinker from the beers that they're drinking. Now, you've only got 2 guesses each, so you're each going to get a different celebrity to guess. You've only got 2 guesses each, right? But you've got 3 clues. So you've got to use your guesses very carefully and decide when to guess. Otherwise, you might lose points or you might not get no points at all. Does that kind of understand that? So your first clue, you might think you know what it is, but if you guess and it's wrong, you've lost one of your guesses, if that makes sense, okay? And then so on. So beer number 1, if you get the celebrity correct on just beer number 1, you'll get a full 3 points. If you get it on beer number 2, after clue number 2, which is beer number 2, you get 2 points, and beer number 3, clue number 3, you'll get just the 1 point, okay? That's how it works. Now, Pat and Peggy, you won the quiz, so I'm going to let you decide whether you go first or second. And have the first celebrity or the second celebrity.
Should we go second?
Yeah.
Let's get a feel for the game.
Okay, well, I'm good. I'll let you change it. I'll let you change your mind in a second if you want, because the one thing I forgot to do was I'm going to give you a example first. Okay, really quick example. So, for example, then, if beer number one was Time Traveling Taxi, which is a DDH pale by 5.4% by Brew York, which we've already mentioned today already. Yep. If it was that, you'd then get, there we go, Speno's holding that beer up. Beer number two would be a Sonic Screwdriver, 4.2% Toolmakers Brewery, which is a old Sheffield brewery, that one. And beer number three would be a Tennant's Lager. Dave, let's try Dave on this one, because I think this is the kind of thing Dave might... I'm thinking you might struggle with this, Dave. I'm not sure. What you reckon, Dave? Who could it be?
Right, you know, if I'm just like the first one,
yeah,
I was going to say the Doc out of Back to the Future. I can't remember his name.
You're in the right area, but look at the other clues, and that might help you.
But that's when I said Sonic. I was like, you know, you kind of went, you're like Sonic, but then Tennant's Lager completely threw me off.
I reckon I might actually get this one, and I can't believe it.
Come on, Speno, what was it?
This is just the example. It's just the example.
David Tennant.
No.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
would
is
be.
it? Oh, God.
I'm the thickest fucker here. I'll tell you that now. I can't believe I got that.
See, I was going Marty McFly, the Scottish Tennant's connection, and the time travelling tax. I was going Marty McFly. I was convinced there.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I think that's a better answer.
It must. I think it must be the Dare and the Guinness combination that's done that, because I'm thick as pig shit when it comes to quizzes.
Like,
you tried that out a couple of weeks ago at Hartlepool with me, and I got that right straight away, didn't I?
Yes, I did. I did test you out with that. So you've got an idea of how it works now. Are you still happy going second, Pat and Peggy?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So here we go then. It's time to play the Mass Drinker. And it's celebrity number one. So beer number one for celebrity number one is C-Bomb Pale Ale. C-Bomb Pale Ale. 4.7%, and it's by Arbor Ales. Now, I can say as well that I will, going forwards, and certainly today, I will try to choose quite topical celebrities. Okay? If that helps in any way, okay? So it's only beer number one, Speno and Dave, but have you got any idea at all? And you don't, obviously, you've got to, before you actually say to me, Jimbo, I'm submitting this guess, you can discuss between yourselves, but you've got to tell me that it's your actual guess before you guess it.
Okay.
You only got two. You only got two.
If we weren't going to say celebrities, like if we weren't doing celebrities, straight off beer number one,
Jan.
Because, Jan. Exactly. C-Bomb. He loves the C-Bomb.
C-Bomb.
Jan is a celebrity. Jan is a celebrity, but because she's in the Instagram community, she doesn't count.
That's it, exactly. So it's personally, I would say this person's going to swear a lot.
Could do. And like I said, also, each of these clues are how you interpret them. So that you could interpret these clues in lots of different ways. It's up to you how you do that. And obviously, Dave, you've interpreted this one as maybe being something to do with swearing, but it might not be to do with swearing.
Just because people say that that word you drop the C-bomb, don't you?
No, it's a good theory. It's a good theory. Do you want to make a guess for beer number one, or are you happy to hold on to your guesses at the minute?
What we're saying, Speno?
I'd say that's really good, like analogy of that ale. But I'd say let's hold on to it, DH. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. I just called you DH. That's a pretty good name, actually.
I've been called worse.
Have you got a middle name, Dave?
Have I got a middle name? Yeah, it begins with M.
Oh, that's right.
It's spelled right. It's spelled the same way as somebody else's name because there's two ways of spelling it. Correct. It's spelled the right way.
Martin.
With a Y.
Okay, so you're not going to make a guess for beer number one. So I'm going to now put beer number two up.
I know that is. I know that is. So you better get it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is
Forged
it?
Irish Stout. It's Forged Irish Stout, the next beer. A 4.2%. Obviously, we know what it is. It's Forged Dublin Brewery. So you've got 2 clues now. Remember, be careful before you actually submit a guess to me. You've only got 2 guesses.
Right. Like, Dave,
Speno,
I think
I think I know who you're going to go with.
Yeah, I think you are as well. But shall we use the guesses? So I think if we use the guesses, we'll seal it.
Use one guess.
But what do you
Go
think?
on then, yeah.
What do you think? What do you think this beer's linking to then?
The person that created it.
A fighter. Yeah.
Wait, I don't think he'd created it. I think he's just the face of it.
Yeah, he's just bought the pub.
Yeah.
That beer was only served at one particular pub, and then he bought the pub, and then he's gone wild with that beer, and he's just promoted it like crazy. But I reckon we've got this in the bag, mate.
Yeah.
But let's have a clue.
Because he does drop bombs. Not beats.
All the while. Yeah.
If you want to guess now, you can. Don't forget, you've got 2 guesses, so you can guess in beer number 2 if you want.
Jimbo, we're going to take a guess.
Go on,
Do we get more points if we guess now?
Yeah, you get 2 points if you get it right in this section. Yeah.
We're going to go for Conor McGregor.
Yes.
Conor McGregor is correct. The wrong answer.
No way.
You know what it is, Pat? Yeah, I got a rough idea.
Fuck.
Do we get a guess?
So no, you don't. No, you don't. This is Speno and Dave's round, so they're going to get another clue. Are you ready for your next clue?
Oh, that was just a guess, so we're not out yet then.
No, you get 2 guesses, Speno. So you've used one of your guesses. You've used one of your guesses. Okay, so you can still get a point, but you're going to get your next clue first. Are you ready for it? Unless you want to guess somebody else before your last clue, and then you use all your guesses. And you don't get a last clue. I think
because we fucked up so bad on that one, we need to get the...
I thought we were in there.
I literally did. I think me and you could have just dropped the C-bomb and just gone out and drank more Guinness and Forged Irish Stout, couldn't we?
I've got some in the fridge. Let me just quickly read a can of Forged
Okay, right. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna put up the last clue. Then are we ready? Here we go. Okay. Shelby IPA from Thornbridge. Shelby IPA from Thornbridge. Okay. Dave and Spencer Arms. Now you've got to put those 3 beers together and choose somebody that those 3 beers are being drank by. So we've got, let's just remind everyone, the C-Bomb Pale Ale, Arbor Ales from 4.7%, a Forged Irish Stout, 4.2%, the Forged Dublin Brewery, and a Shelby 5% IPA, Thornbridge.
Good clues. Really good clues, then.
I think, to be fair, the C-Bomb, the Forged Irish Stout, sent us down the wrong, easy road.
Speno, do you know who it is? I can
fucking
see his face, but I can't remember his name.
No. Right. It's the Shelby bit is right, slapping right in the face, but no.
Speno, Did you watch Peaky Blinders?
Do you know what? I started watching it, and I got told you got to bear with it. But because I don't watch telly that much, it's like, sorry, mate.
He's just won Best Actor because of fucking I can see it. I know who it is.
The frustration.
I started watching Peaky Blinders, but I couldn't get into it. But my mum and dad watch it, and they love it, and they went, just persevere with it. But I just don't watch telly.
Yeah, C-Bomb relates to Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, shit.
Other than Tommy Shelby, other than Tom Hardy, he's probably like one of most. Well, I quite like him. I think he's a good-looking bloke. What the fuck? Oh, I can't believe it. I cannot believe this.
I've let you down, Dave, because I can't help you, mate. I'm sorry.
There'll be no points for Peggy and Pat, but Peggy and Peggy, do you want to explain how you put these clues together for us? And Pat, did you have it from being number 2?
I think I had it on being number 1, actually, to be fair.
Did you? Very good.
Yeah, I've seen the film and I thought, yeah. And then when the Irish one came up, I knew for a fact that was, yeah.
Go on then, Peggy. Peggy, you tell everybody why the clues work.
Well, the C-bomb refers to the film Oppenheimer. Irish because the actor's Irish, and Shelby because he played the character Shelby in the TV program Peaky Blinders, as Dave just said as well. It is Cillian Murphy.
That's the one.
Wow.
What do we have to say though? Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Take it off.
Oh, no, that kind of thing off then.
Oh, Peggy, it was just like being in the song request courtroom there. Fantastic description. Absolutely brilliant.
We should have gone first.
Wow.
Oh, Jimbo.
There he is. Look at him.
Dave, did you say he was a good-looking bloke?
He could have used a picture.
As Tommy Shelby, he's a bit of a bloke, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you saying you wouldn't?
suppose-
You
yeah,
saying you
I
wouldn't,
suppose so,
Speno?
Well, I don't know. I'd probably take his hair off his head and put it on mine, maybe.
Kinky.
Speno. Yeah. No, yeah.
It's the chiseled features, isn't it? The chiseled features.
Yeah,
that
he's
does it.
he's got nice lips. I'll probably give him a man hug. That'll be about
Is
it.
that it, a man hug?
But not as tight as I hug you, Pat.
Yeah, we have a good man hug, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, it's warming.
Yeah, I think I even kissed your head at one point.
I'll leave you
Yeah,
talking.
you did. And to be honest with you, Pat, that was my phone in my pocket, to be fair.
And mine.
But you got one of those really big iPhones, didn't you?
I have actually. It was more of a tablet, wasn't it?
Like a full laptop in your pocket.
No, I like a good hug, Speno. I like a good hug, and you give out good ones.
I
so,
do.
Yeah.
Oh, you do too, as well, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
You both
So, there we go. That was the first ever game of obviously the Mass Drinker, but that was the first thing because obviously Pat and Peggy have got their own now. So now you can watch Pat and Peggy squirm. Speno and Dave.
Yeah.
Watch it.
I know this one.
Here we go. Your first clue, Pat and Peggy, is this one.
Have you been watching the news?
Judge Juicy, Neeper, 7% from Ghost Train Brewing in the US. Judge Juicy. Remember, you don't need to do much to beat Speno and Dave with this, but you might want to get as many points as you can. If you can guess it after just the one.
So we're looking at somebody American, aren't we, Peg? Straight away, US.
No, can I just say not necessarily because obviously I've got to find beers that fit the theme. So I wouldn't get too tied to where it's from, but what's in the name might be more.
Can we change our mind and go first?
What you got to think of that is the news. Someone who's been in the news recently.
Judge Juicy.
And it's funny that this should come up, isn't it, for you two?
Yeah. I bet you this was actually, you would have put this first or second, regardless of whether we said first or second.
No, it's second in the lineup, I promise you.
No, I'm not as confident on this first one as it was last time.
I didn't get it on the first one last time. It's the second one I got it on, so we'll see what.
Are you ready for your next clue? Here we go. Big Brother Imperial Stouts from Martin City Brewing Co.
Someone who's in Big US. Brother then at the moment.
I think I know this one.
Dave thinks he knows it.
We went the wrong way, didn't we? I don't watch Big Brother.
I think it's one of two people though.
Yeah. It's yeah. You see, there's two from X Factor. There's two judges in there. There's Sharon Osbourne and there's also Louis Walsh in the Big Brother Celebrity House thingy at the moment.
Ah.
So.
Okay. Big Brother.
That's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking?
I'm just trying to think. I'd like to say I'm I mean, now you've mentioned them, I realise they're in Big Brother, but I don't watch Big Brother at all. So
No, I don't watch celebrity.
I don't watch
TV.
it. I just know that these two are in it because one of them has been granted something very special that nobody in the Big Brother household has ever been granted.
Means bugger all to.
So, are you going to use one? Are you going to use a guess now, or are you going to, you're going to have
Which
two?
one of our guesses now? It's either Louis or Sharon Osbourne. Now I'm thinking, I'm probably more inclined to go with Sharon Osbourne because of maybe Ozzy having the song "Crazy Train." I don't know, Ghost Train. I don't know.
Peg, let's go for it.
That was my only sort of thing. But
Let's go for it. We've got two guesses. We're gonna gamble and we're gonna go for that because I haven't got a clue. So
and I don't think Jimbo would have two Irish people in the same close proximity. So do you know what I mean?
An Irish
go for that.
Murphy and then Louis Walsh being Irish as well. So
It's St. Patrick's Day.
it is St. Patrick's Day. I
An
know.
Irish special.
go with your gut, Peg. Do it. It's a winner. I know it is. I'm
I
convinced.
mean,
You've
you don't need
convinced.
to know about
Listen,
what.
Peg, you've convinced me, and I don't watch it. So
I'm going
go
to say
for
Sharon
it.
Osbourne.
Yeah.
You're going with Sharon Osbourne. So you've
I am.
identified that you're kind of between two people anyway, but it might not be
I am.
any of them. It might not be any of them.
No,
It's
I
only-
know, but I've got reasoning behind it, seeing what's on there. So
It's only your first guess, though.
yeah.
Okay, right. Here we go. Take it off.
Take it off. Take it off. Yay!
Well done.
She's actually she's allowed to wear makeup in there, I bet you.
No,
That does not look like her. What has she done to herself?
Well done,
Yeah,
Peg.
but
well done.
Jesus.
she,
She looks like something out of the what is it? Like Miss what's that? Miss Penelope.
Terror
Thunderbird,
Hawks.
that's it.
she's
Oh,
actually been
God.
granted permission to find out how Ozzy Osbourne is doing out of the house. Nobody else has been able to have that.
I would like to say
Yeah. I heard that in the news. Yeah.
the last beer clue would have been Family Pale Ale by Beak. So that probably would have swayed it because she's known for having obviously a quite famous family.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well done. Absolutely spot on. Well, at least we know that game sort of works.
That is a brilliant game. I love that game.
It's
Tell you
great.
what,
Loved it.
I think what we should do next is do it again and let Peggy and Pat have the first one and we'll have the second one because I've got the second.
I thought the first one was the easiest as well, but anyway, there we go.
We get the cultural films and they get
obvious.
we get the cultural films and they get the gutter snipe TV.
I mean, I knew who Cillian Murphy was, I just didn't know his name. I was like, Colin, Craig.
Right, it's time for Pub Shed of the Week. Okay, now I've obviously had to go with something, Irish themed, and I have done. So this is McBeaty's 23. McBeaty's 23. MC Beatty's 2023. McBeaty's 2023. So I got in touch with them to ask a bit of detail. And this is some of the info that I got. So first of all, they said the shed, the build was originally by their father in 2004 as a Bavarian shed because they're actually based in Germany, which I'll get to in a second.
Wow.
He said, as always, he said, I always, since I was 14, wanted a bar in his future house or garden for him and his friends. Now they've done very well to write back to me because they are German and they've not got. Well, I mean, I think they've got brilliant English, but they say they haven't got great English. But they've sort of wrote this up in English because a lot of their posts are in German. So absolute full fair play to them, because this is a great write up what they gave back to me. So anyway, in Germany, the party cellar was a popular thing. So even converted that for me. So there we go. So between 2021, during the lockdown, they saw videos from British and Irish pub sheds on YouTube. They like the coziness of the pubs, and Bavarian style is very normal, sort of, what you expect in Germany. So pub is something a little bit different. And so the idea was born. But they didn't find the time to start the rebuild straight away. So in 2022, they took a trip to Edinburgh with their friends Susie and Karsten, and there they got the pub virus. I think they're talking about, the bug rather than, the bug for having a pub shed rather than like coronavirus or something. But I imagine they're talking about, they got the bug for having their own pub shed. So Karsten had just started playing guitar, and he told us after 3 or 4 pints, he needed a place for his future gigs. So finally, they decided to rebuild the shed. They plan to make a pub because they plan to make like pub music together. They learned, so the landlord learned to play accordion, harmonica, so that they can play gigs together in the pub. As Shortbread featuring the Lord is what they call themselves. And in 2023, they started the rebuild. And here's the information. They started the rebuild. It really means the wife started the rebuild. She did a lot of it. He says he's a horrible craftsman. He said he's not. I don't think he's confident with his own craftsmanship and so on. I'm sure he's great. He says he can only use a pen and PC. So what we would say, he's a pen pusher. I am like a pen pusher, to be fair. So the most of you can see in the pictures that we've got, it's the wife that's done a lot of the building. Her brother built the floor with a friend, plus put the TV on the wall. Another friend did the electrics, and the rest is done by the landlady. The table at the wall, the bench, the lights, the painting, all of that. He was only allowed to do one thing in the place, where nobody can see it. That's the only thing he was allowed to do. And he was, and there we go. And then they built the shed. There we go. The pub was established with a party, so that they had a party to open it all up. The guy with the kilt is the brother of his wife, called Howie. I think I've got that right, Howie. And that was in July 2023. The name of the pub, in Edinburgh, they took a coffee at Starbucks. The barista pronounced the name of the wife wrong and called her Beatty, like in Beetle. I'm not sure about that. Beetle. And no, so yeah, they pronounced it like that. So it sounded funny to them, so they decided to call it McBeaties, because obviously they were in Scotland at the time and so on. And the build is out of it, so it's out kind of come from her name Beat, which is pronounced like wrong, not what the barista did, basically. And the Mick is a memory to Edinburgh, like we said. At the moment, the pub is still not completed. They still want to install a double beer pump, and they need a shed makeover on the outside. Last but not least, they want to build a little terrace on the front of the pub. They've got their first dog called Elsa, the young dog from their friend called Benny, you see in the picture. The dog likes the bench at the bar, and like his owners do as well. He said if he could name his favourite part of the pub, it'd be the little table at the wall. It's a popular place right after the little bench at the bar. But like every pub, the best are the regulars. So Susie Karsten, they call Shortbread, the guitar player in town. He's the official pub musician. He's got their son called Julian, who's 9, future accordion player. And the wife has helped with obviously the painting and everything. Benny and dog Elsa, the wife's brother, Howie, I think that's how you say it, Haui, Howie. They might start another pub shed based on my pronunciations. Daniel, called Eke, and Marcus called Scutte. Not easy to pronounce, he said. I know. This is a difficult one. Michael, who they call Neff, and Michaela, Thotte, and his wife Alex, and the rest of them, the Green Boys. It's the name of the club where they're a member of. So, yeah, there we go. I got loads of pictures sent through as well. I know they are a private account on Instagram, but I did ask if I could use their pictures, and they sent me some additional ones as well. So if you request them, they will send you, they will approve you because they like the pub shed community and all that kind of thing. But here are some pictures. Feel free to tell us what you think. Everyone, Speno, Martin, obviously Pat, Peggy, Sharon, and Dave, tell us what you think. But yeah, it's a great looking place, as you can see. She, if and obviously I they said that the landlady's done most of the work, and what a job she's done. Look at the craftsmanship in there. How good is that?
I quite like that corner style benching.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and I like that it is like a proper dark Irish themed wood style bar. Me and H were talking and about redoing the bar. We've always said about redoing it again, and I says that's how I'd want to go, like dark, like half wood, painted the other top of it as well to give it that proper like I don't know when I say like a dive bar type theme. And do you know what I think they should do if they're having live music of an evening? Maybe an Instagram live.
Yeah, we should see an Instagram live. I mean, I'm putting loads of
Instagram live gigs.
For the YouTube viewers. I'm putting loads of pictures up on the screen, but loads of pictures of him enjoying himself. Obviously, the new pub shed dog and all the visitors and all that kind of thing. And obviously, they like the fact that they do have live music in there. So yeah, Dave, they could go live on YouTube and watch us. I mean, and if they're an Irish bar as well, we'd love to watch that on St. Patrick's Day, wouldn't we?
Hey, why not? Sunday night, about 7 o'clock, do as a live show.
We would love that. We'd love that. And I think they get all the great things about Irish beer and German beer in the same bar because they are the two wonders of the world in it when it comes to like vibes, good times, beer. What a combination! Do you not agree with that?
Oh, why not? Yeah, great beer and great music.
Yeah,
Irish music with German beer. What more can you want?
Can't go wrong.
So I put some pictures up, and there's the landlady working hard there. There's the boss, yeah. And she's created that sort of like glowing Guinness sign as well, Dave, which I'm sure you're quite appreciative of as well.
I'll send her my address if she wants to make me one. I generally think, as of when we redo the bar, because we're going to do a new one, I generally think it'll be H doing most of the DIY because I've not got DIY skills. So I think it'd be H doing most of the DIY.
Yep. There we go. And I think if I was to redo my bar, it'd maybe me doing the work, but Steph would be telling me what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. She'd have more of saying it next time. She'd be bossing me about.
She'd be project manager.
Basically, yeah, definitely. So yeah, there we go. That was Pub Shed of the Week. Make sure you give him a follow. So just to remind you, it's McBeaties 2023. A private account at the minute, but request them and they'll happily add you, I'm sure. Yeah, because they're loving the Pub Shed community. So there we go. Good stuff. Now, Speno's dropped out for the second. He might be back shortly. But what's everybody up to at the weekend then? So should we start with Peggy?
I'm heading to Manchester. I've promised my little one a shopping trip. So I got a bit of a bonus from work and she wants to get wind of it and spend it. You know what she's like. She already spent it the other day, some of it. So I went to John Lewis. I was like, bought Mark something, bought Mia something, and then bought myself some new knives and forks. There you go, glam world. But yeah.
Is it Sheffield Steel?
Sorry?
Is it Sheffield Steel?
Sheffield Steel, do you know what? I ain't got a bloody clue. They were just nice to hold.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm up to. So yeah.
There we go. Speno, you're back. What are you up to at the weekend? Oh, hold on, Speno. I can't hear you a minute. I'll wait to Speno come back. Let's go to Dave. What are you up to at weekend?
This weekend is a busy weekend for me. So I'm actually off on Friday because it's actually Ava's birthday.
Oh,
where 12 months gone.
Where has time gone, Dave?
Where has the last year gone? So it's Ava's first birthday on Friday. So we're going to take her to the Sea Life Centre in Birmingham and then go for some lunch. And then Saturday, what am I doing Saturday? Oh, prepping for the party. So we're having a birthday party on Sunday. So I've got to take a load of stuff and pick birthday cakes up to the venue on Saturday. So probably chill in the evening and watch England rugby. I think it's on about 8 o'clock on Saturday night. So I'll watch that. And then Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, Ava's birthday. So there'll be Guinness and a birthday party.
Good stuff. Excellent.
But on the back of Ava's birthday party, because it's her first birthday party, I'm actually going to do a giveaway and give some beers away on Instagram.
So look out for that. Is that going live Friday night? Is it or something?
No, Friday. I'm going to do Friday morning. So I'm going to start Friday morning. So if you're listening to this on Friday, you've not entered, go to my Instagram page. I'm just going to give a couple of beers away just as a bit of a celebration for a birthday.
I love the fact it's Ava's birthday and she probably won't remember a thing about it, but you guys get to all celebrate and you can just do your giveaway and all that.
Peggy, it's ridiculous. I'm like, the amount of family and friends that we've organised for a party and buffet and we've even bought like soft play, a fucking slide, loads of shit.
Massive cake.
Yeah, about 100 quid on a birthday cake. Nobody cares. She don't care. But no, so it's basically a big family get together at the venue that H works at. It's kind of just an excuse for us all to see each other as well. And I killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Nobody goes, I want to see her on a birthday. I want to see that. Look, just save the birthday pie and the message at my house then.
Yeah.
A nightmare organising kids' birthdays, isn't it, Peggy?
Enjoy this one because I tell you what, in 4 years' time, when you got to go to a play centre with a load of screaming 5-year-olds, that's going to be brilliant.
What I'm going to do is rent out Pinos down the village for the afternoon and say, look, there's beer behind the bar. The kids can just go and play down in the pub. Jimbo and Pat will know that pub's not big enough for a kid's party, but I'll make it big enough.
Pat, what about yourself? What are you doing at weekend?
Rugby all the way, mate. Saturday, Super Saturday, 3 games in a row. My arse is on that so far, and I'm going to grow roots with a few Guinnesses.
There we go. Good answer. There you go. Yeah. Enjoy the rugby, Pat.
I will, mate. Honestly, yeah. Super Saturday, all 3 games. I can't wait. And an England win would be great, but an Italian win would be even better.
And we are planning another Pat's Pop quiz, aren't we, in the next week or so? So we're working on it. The contestants are nearly ready, so we're working on that. But we'll have another Pat's Pop quiz, won't we, soon?
Definitely in the pipeline. Yeah, there's a good few in the queue to come on the show. Yeah.
There we go. Speno, finally yourself. Are you back with us? Can we hear you? Still can't hear you, Speno. You're not there. We can see you. We just can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Mime it. Give us some hand actions.
Can't hear him. I wonder if it's something to do with AirPods.
Can you hear me
Sounds
now?
like.
Thing is,
yes. We can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear him. Yay!
I don't like to be honest with you, right? So all the live feeds, everything I've done with Jesse and everything has been no problem. The first time I get invited on to the best podcast in the world, and everything goes fucking belly up, and it like makes me go to the point where I've opened a super glue up 8%. I'm going to smash it down, and then I don't know, go and just hang myself out the side on a dipper or something. I don't know, whatever. But anyway, I just want to say, thank you so much for inviting me to do this, and I really wanted to show you that on the pub shed of the week that you did. Look at the Guinness there they've got. It's got on the bottles where they recycle it. But anyway, yeah, so this weekend on Friday, we're going to Tap and Barrel. I keep quoting that for the Simple Tones. They're like a barbershop quartet. But what they do is they sing all like modern pop songs and things, have a twist on it and that. And then Saturday and Sunday, we're going over to family down in Warwick and just spend some time with family over there, But yeah, so I'm on the Mac mic now, so it probably sounds shite.
No, sounds perfect. Speno, cheers, and thanks for joining us today. It's been really good to have you on. I hope you've all enjoyed your Neepsend beers. Hope you've had a good one. For me, this weekend, there's not much planned. My nephew's birthday this weekend and all that kind of thing, so I'll be enjoying that. And yeah, a bit of St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Yep, hope you've enjoyed your Neepsend. Speno, what number do you want? Choose a number 1 to 6.
Oh, 4.
Number 4. Did we have number 4 last week? I can't remember. Either way, we'll go for it. We'll go for it. 6 or 4?
It was 6. It was 6.
6. Benno, I think we might have had number 4 last week. That's the only reason why we're going for 6. I don't know for sure. Okay. I can't remember. I know we definitely did have number 6. So here we go. Number 6 it is. Here we go.
Here's Dave from the Hardy Arm. Here's Dave with the shit beer fact.
So, on average, worldwide, 13 million pints of Guinness will be drank on St. Patrick's Day.
See ya.
See ya.
Yeah, wicked.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well, in the merry month of May, now from me home I started, left the girls and two were nearly broken hearted, saluted father dear, kissed me darling mother, drank a pint of beer, me grief and tears to smothered enough to reap the corn and leaf, for I was born, got a stout McLeod, the banished ghost, and goblets, a brand new pair of brogues to rock the love of the bogs and frighten all the dogs on the rocky roads, a double of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up the hill and down the rocky road and all the ways to double